slipped my mind.
I apologize for my son, Miss Tourneau. Henry's a bit odd with people, but he's much more at home with the horses.
Horses?
Yes, Henry here keeps 6 racehorses. You all right, Miss Neville?
Yes, fine.
Graxa loves horses.
Miss Neville, can I get you some water?
If you are thirsty, excuse me. He raises horses, Beth. What? He plays the piano and he raises horses. I have never met a man that does either.
Oh, if I had the arsenic at this moment, we would not be having this conversation.
We cannot poison Naomi.
I was not speaking of Naomi. Miss Neville, are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
Grace may be all right, Mr. Huntington. I wish I could say the same for Miss Tourneau.
Is Miss Tourneau ill?
No, I refer to the knowledge that her betrothed, John Neville, shall soon break off their engagement.
Why is that?
I dare say John Neville is a cad. Why, last year he split suddenly with a very dear friend of mine. My friend is only now getting over the pangs, but lo, I see the same in store for poor Naomi. How she masks her despair.
Why does your brother behave in such a deplorable manner? Does it not disgrace your entire family?
Well, he... Beth,
I know him to be quite jittery. He often complains of his nerves. Thus, he tires of one girl in a few months and grabs for another.
yes, he is the same way with food. If someone is eating a pastry, he waits until the person places it on their plate, then pounces on it.
Good Lord!
And who is next on his conquest?
Who?
Yes, who does he have his eye on?
Yes, well, it's,
Beth,
Miss Hobbs?
No.
yes.
Oh, but surely you would not fully entertain Mr. Neville's advances.
I'm not sure.
But John is relentless. He likens Beth to a delicate, buttery croissant.
Oh, there he is now. I can scarce look upon his face.
Excuse me. John, if you need medicine for Mother, Beth has come well prepared.
Why would you not tell me this sooner? Miss Hobbs. Miss Hobbs.
He pursues her right in front of Miss Turner!
Man knows no shame.
A fine service? But what can it mean if your eye offends me to pluck it out?
It means, child, that one weakness will keep you from heaven's gates.
I thought of Miss Tourneau most of the night. It must be a terrible life for her. I cannot imagine her pain. She is like a tragic muse. A beautiful, tragic muse. And a bold, strong, intriguing young woman. I could write sonnets for one such as Miss Tourneau. I could write piano concertos. You see, she laughs. How tragic. How tragic indeed.
Oh, a letter?
A letter?
What is it?
Oh, nothing. It's a private matter for us girls.
Well, who wrote it?
Who? Beth Hobbs.
Again, this Beth Hobbs and her letters.
Do not think about it, John. It is nothing.
Oh, look how she runs to him. The poor girl.
Yes, the poor, unhappy girl.
My dearest Naomi, there are moments when a man must recognize the passionate fires that burn within. I am consumed by your beauty, your smile, your delicate laugh. If it is not too late, I offer up my heart, as well as my extensive fortune. If you shall have me, I will lavish you with furs, emeralds, rubies, chocolates, fine linen, and the royal family jewels. I also have royal blood, and may one day become a duke, and wish you to be my duchess. It is a difficult thing to break off an engagement, but I am certain that you have the temerity to do what needs to be done.
Temerity.
I await your answer. At your service now and forevermore, Henry. You were right, Grace. This is great fun. I don't know what to do next. I slipped a letter in Naomi's Bible at church.
In her Bible?
An undying intimation of Henry's profound love. Oh, I wish I could have seen Naomi's face when she read it.
You know, Beth, Henry Huntington is a very nice man, and I do not think it would be proper for
What
us
is
to...
this? I knew you had no stomach for this.
He loves fine horses, Beth. Don't you see? He loves music, the piano, ballet, and poetry.
You're saying perhaps Henry is not a man?
I am saying he is my... He is...
How clever you are. You lure me into this game of yours so that you may cast shame upon me.
No!
So that you may have Henry for yourself.
No, it is not true. Beth, I would never do such a thing. I am not devious. You know that.
Not by nature, but you have been in my company.
It is true. I have found him to be so much what I have always dreamed of. I did not know men like Henry exist. But if you wish it, I shall relent. You are my best friend, Beth. I could never hurt you.
All right. You say you're not pursuing Henry, and I believe you. I shan't pursue him either.
Thank you, Beth.
But do not attempt to out-connive me. I do not take well to competition.
She broke off the engagement.
Why?
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters. Did she not say anything? Did she mention anyone?
Something about rubies and chocolates.
Chocolates? What do you mean, chocolates?
Did you know her father immediately agreed with her decision? Turns out I was not good enough for his precious daughter, me being a low...
Enough about you! Did Naomi mention Henry?
Henry Huntington? Does he have something to do with this?
John, how can everything go so badly?
Fear not, Grace. I shall be okay.
Yes. Yes, you have cause for despondency as well. I am sorry that I am so self-absorbed. It is just that I did not expect to fall in...
Fall in love? With whom?
It is not important. I must pull myself together. Yes, that is what Beth would do.
Beth Hobbs.
Yes.
You're in love with Beth Hobbs?
No, of course not. How could you suggest such a thing?
Well, I admit it is a bit odd.
I must go. I must prevent Henry from making a terrible mistake.
Henry Huntington.
Tell Mama I shan't be home for dinner.
Henry Huntington and Beth Hobbs. I would have never guessed.
This is not working well at all. Not well at all. I cannot allow Henry to go through with this. But what can I say to him? In jest, I wrote you a letter and signed Naomi's name. I encouraged her to break off an engagement to my own brother. Kill her? No. I cannot kill another human being. God will most definitely send me to hell. And I have heard it is a most horrible place. Much like the state of Texas in the summer. I simply must tell him the truth. I cannot allow a good man to make such a mistake.
Miss Neville?
Colonel Huntington!
Miss Neville, what's wrong?
Everything! Pray, tell me, is Henry here?
Her hands are ice cold.
I must warn your brother before he makes a dreadful mistake. Her hands are dreadfully cold.
Indeed they are.
'Tis nothing, I assure you. Miss Turneau has broken my brother's heart.
Please, Miss Neville, have a seat.
She has decided to break off the engagement, cause shame to my family.
By the fire.
Yes, it's by the fire. Yes, yes, yes. I am sitting now. Will you be quiet? I am sorry. It is just that I am so shaken. Is Henry here?
No, Henry's in London. Is there something we can do?
Her hands are like ice.
Well, yes, indeed there is. As I was saying, there is something most dreadfully, terribly. My hands are better now. Thank you. Henry seems to be the center of a great misunderstanding. If I could see him as soon as he arrives, perhaps a great calamity could be avoided.
Miss Neville, brandy.
Oh, no, I do not drink.
Nonsense, you are an icicle.
It will help, my dear.
All right, perhaps one drink. When does Henry arrive?
Not till tomorrow morning. I'm sorry, Miss Neville. Here.
My, that is rather tasty.
Do not drink too fast, Miss Neville.
Yes, the next 2 drinks I will drink more slowly.
Here.
A rather challenging task.
Miss Neville, Henry shall be here in the morning. Why do you not spend the night?
Oh, no,
Oh, yes. It's late and it's very cold.
I could not impose.
Well, there's no imposition.
Please, Miss Neville, stay. It is so awfully lonely here in the country. I just so wish to have a friend.
Or maybe a sister?
Oh, yes, a sister.
Oh, but not a nun. I would not care to become a nun, not even for Henry. As a nun, what kind of wife would I be?
Well, perhaps Miss Neville would like to stay longer than one night.
Oh, I could live here, but you would have to redecorate a bit. Perhaps an oriental rug in the foyer, a less gaudy chandelier.
Well, I'm sure that can all be arranged.
Really, Grace, you would be my sister?
Of course, but first I must speak with Henry.
Oh, you've had enough brandy for one night.
No, I do not drink.
Eleanor, help Miss Neville to her room, please.
There is no need. I can manage.
Oh, you are a bit tipsy, Miss Neville.
Perhaps you are right. I do not feel well.
Miss Neville.
Henry?
She's had a bit much to drink.
No, I am not a drinker. I was cold.
Yes, of course.
Can we speak privately?
Come, Eleanor. Will you be all right, Miss Neville?
Of course.
We are letting go of you now.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, Miss Neville. Here, you must sit down.
You are not well.
Should I fetch a doctor? No. I am all right, as long as I am sitting. But I must speak with you, Henry. It is imperative.
We will be upstairs if you need us.
Can I get you anything?
I have come to speak to you about Miss Turneau.
The poor creature. So horribly treated.
No, Henry.
No,
John did not break off the engagement. She did.
that makes little sense. Why would she?
Why?
Yes, why? There's no reason. Because your accusations are false.
No, Henry.
Naomi is a sweet, brave, and intriguing young woman.
She is not. I led you to believe her mistreated, but she is not. I dare say that Naomi is a superficial, witless fortune hunter. That is why she broke off the engagement.
Miss Neville, please.
She fancies you only because you are more affluent.
I can see why you are angry with her now. But there's no need to spread falsehoods.
No, Henry, it is the truth. She did not compose those letters. I did. And the story about John and Beth, all a fabrication. There is no duplicity in John. He is home right now, anguished by her rejection.
Whatever little prank you and Miss Hobbs have decided to play has no place in my decision. I look into an individual's soul, and Miss Turner is a pure soul, unlike, well, I do not wish to continue this conversation.
I am merely trying to save you from making a terrible mistake.
A courier brought this. You said it was urgent.
From Mr. Turner.
But I did not send you.
Excuse me, I must leave at once.
Is someone ill? Gravely ill?
Miss Neville, this is a private matter. Excuse me.
If thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out. If thy right arm offend thee, cut it off. It is God's own will. Come in.
Your mother said clothing.
Beth, I do not know what to say.
Imagine my surprise when I came calling this morning, only to find out that you are staying a week with the Huntingtons.
It is not as you think.
You're not here to ingratiate yourself to Henry's family and cunningly claim him as your own?
I came to tell him the truth. I wanted to stop Henry before he made a calamitous decision. And now he hates me and I cannot bear it. Beth, nothing has progressed as planned. Nothing.
Perhaps now is the opportune moment for a small present.
Arsenic?
1 teaspoon of the powder in any liquid will kill instantaneously, and you shall have Henry for yourself.
Yes. If one were to commit murder, I believe arsenic would be the most proper method.
Grace! Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know you were here, Miss Hobbs.
What is it?
Henry is back. Sadly, he has brought Miss Turner to spend the weekend here.
Oh, Grace, opportunity presents herself.
Grace, would it cause you great displeasure dining in the same room as Miss Turner?
No, I do not mind. I would just love to have Miss Turner for dinner.
You mean to dinner?
Yes, to dinner. What was I thinking? Naomi, darling, so good of you to come.
Grace, I'm so sorry about John. I do not know what to say.
Nonsense, these things happen.
It warms my heart so. They are like sisters.
I'm happy to hear that there are no ill feelings.
Grace, I hope we can still be friends.
Of course. Till the end, my dear.
Why do we not all have a spot of tea?
Perfect, sir. You have read my mind.
Yes, Grace. Perhaps you would like to make us some of your cinnamon tea.
Cinnamon. Yes, all the most affluent people in Italy drink nothing else.
I'll try some.
May I have a cup?
Yes. Grace and I shall prepare tea for everyone.
May I help?
Yes, of course.
Naomi, you sit down next to Henry, and I shall bring you the finest tea you shall ever taste.
Sounds like heaven.
Yes, perhaps heaven. Beth?
Did you ameliorate Mr. Turner's problem?
Yes, Father.
I must thank you, Mr. Huntington. It was very resourceful on your part.
'Tis nothing.
I don't know what my father would have done. Did the fire destroy all of his offices?
Not all, but his men were able to move all of his files to the new offices. Sadly, some of the supplies and furnitures were not salvageable, but things could have been a lot worse.
Henry keeps himself apprised of all real estate available.
Yes, again. All of our thanks.
Beth said these are for the men.
Here we are. Eleanor, this one is for you. And Naomi, darling, Grace will bring your tea in herself.
Grace will? I would like to wait for Grace.
No,
Miss Turner, you may have my tea if you wish.
No.
Thank you.
No.
I cannot have this cup.
Well, of course you can. It is just that.
Oh, I do not have tea.
What?
They switched cups.
Oh. Perhaps if you switch them back?
Nonsense. This cup is perfectly adequate.
I will solve this. May I have tea?
Oh, what an accident.
How clumsy of me.
It's all right.
1,000 pardons.
It is all right, Miss Hobbs.
Oh, you may call me Beth.
Fear not, Grace. I will clean this up.
That was terrible. I I was so filled with wrath for Naomi, I did not consider the consequences of my actions. Everyone saw me bring her the tea.
If she died, you would have been hanged for sure.
And you would have been my accomplice.
Accomplice? Well, let's not be so hasty.
And what is this? You may call me Beth.
I am merely trying to ward Henry off Naomi's scent.
Are you certain you are not trying to establish a scent of your own?
May I suggest that we concentrate on the problem at hand, namely Naomi?
Grace, Naomi and I decided to make a berry pie.
Thank you, Eleanor, but I do not care much for pie.
We were going to trek into the woods to find some.
Thank you. No, but have a good time.
You know, Grace, when one considers the many dangers that may exist in the untamed woods,
Yes, Naomi may get mauled by a bear.
my thought was far more probable and more hands-on.
What is it?
It would take strength on your part,
I am strong.
strong enough to push Naomi from a high precipice.
A cliff? Yes, I believe I can do it.
You are sure?
Yes.
Let me see. Push me. Go on. Do not be afraid. Oh, my, what a beautiful view. The people look like ants. Oh, wait. They are ants.
Come now, Beth. Do not make me laugh.
Push me. Come now. Push.